I am the lead developer of WebDollar, the first coin of the internet. I have a question for you. How many of you actually use Bitcoin to pay for a product or a service? Raise your hands. Okay, 20 people in a blockchain conference. So the problem is that Bitcoin, it's a prototype, and it will never reach mass adoption. Only 0.04% of the people actually use Bitcoin to do a payment for a product or a service. Everybody's talking about Bitcoin, but this is Bitcoin. I'm a software developer, and this is Bitcoin. It's a terminal software that was designed in 2008. It requires to download 140 gigas of data in order to verify and to validate a transaction, and it is very difficult to integrate in web applications. It's an internet protocol, but it was not designed for web applications, for websites, because it's a software. So Bitcoin, it's a digital currency, a prototype digital currency. We need to develop something that is better for the internet. WebDollar, it's an internet currency that is native to the internet, to the browsers, that every browser communicate and will be able to mine, send transactions. So we want to combine browsers with mining pools that are in the browsers with anonymity to get WebDollar. This is what we want to achieve. We were able to write most of the prototype already, and we plan to launch a betanet at the end of the month. The blockchain technology of WebDollar can be integrated in one line of code on any websites in the world, because it's native to the internet, it's native to the websites, because it's in JavaScript. So you can send transactions in just one line of code. You can check the balance in one line of code, because it's easy for web applications, because it was designed to be something like that. And to be very light, to don't download 140 gigas of data to validate a balance or a transaction to validate it. So it's a peer-to-peer network. When you enter on a website that integrates the blockchain, the WebDollar blockchain technology, you connect automatically peer-to-peer with other nodes in the browser without downloading anything, because we were able to achieve WebRTC protocol that works in the peer-to-peer technology for a light blockchain technology. In order to mine, you automatically connect to a mining pool, and in just a few seconds, you can start mining, validating other people's transactions. So the entire blockchain technology is in the browser. The advantages of WebDollar: the wallet, it's actually saved in your browser, but it's saved securely. You can exchange the wallets between two computers through the browsers without sending them with a different channel. We were able to make a peer-to-peer blockchain technology that works in the browser, will get mass adopted by decentralizing mining. We want to avoid mining pools and mining farms from China by using an ASIC-resistant algorithm, Argon 2, at the moment. It is the easiest blockchain technology to integrate in web applications, in websites, in e-commerce websites, in any kind of website that make payments online. It will allow microtransactions and anonymity. This is a sample code in a website with 2 lines of code. One, to import the technology, the JavaScript library, and second, to check the balance. In order to check the balance, the website only needs to download 1 mega of data, because we use proofs of proof of work, not proof of work as blockchain from Bitcoin. We will disrupt many technologies and industries. For example, the mining, we want to replace ads. Instead of showing very annoying pop-ups of advertising online, we want to allow people to put the mining in the browsers for paying for reading that content. You can monetize users online through WebDollar. It has a referral system. You can create your own pool, and not necessarily only to mine in a pool from a big company. You can create your own pool by a click of a button. And it has an in-game money reward. Video player gamers can get rewarded for playing the game and not paying for the game. The timeline, we started about 2 months ago when I drafted the white paper. Then we went to a hackathon in order to create the proof of the concept. In 1st December, we were able to achieve peer-to-peer connections in the browser. the mini blockchain proof of work. At the end of the month, 31st December, we want to launch a beta net that is totally working. And we plan to launch in January the mainnet and the ICO for a few more features like smart contracts, anonymity in exchange, to be done in 1st March, the ICO. So the milestones, peer-to-peer in browsers, proof of work mining through pools, mini blockchain. We have about 30,000 lines of code, and we got a lot of interest from some companies as well. The forecast of the market cap in 2018, in the next year, only about $100 million. In 2019, we aim for a market cap of $1 billion, and in 2020, will be at least 5-6 billion of the market cap forecast. The team, we are about 50 people at the moment. It is an open source decentralized project. It's a protocol that we are developing, and the core is from 6 people who have different kind of backgrounds, from technical, from software development, to business, to marketing, and so on. The WebDollar, it's online. You can access webdollar.io, and thank you very much for your time.
Do we have any questions? Could we grab a microphone?
Yeah, exactly. So proof of work, it's based on downloading the entire results. For example, we keep the balances in a Radix Patricia tree, and we download the Patricia tree with all of the accounts like Ethereum does, but instead of validating everything, all of the mutations of the Patricia tree, we check only the hashes from each block. So we only download the headers of the blocks and the results, the accounts of all of the balances. Okay. It's a Patricia tree with all of the balances of every addresses. We download that. We have the hashes of the Patricia Merkle tree. And then we download the headers of each blocks. And the headers have the hashes. So it's very securely. But Bitcoin blockchain cannot be done, at least in my opinion, with the proof of work, because in order to validate a transaction, you need also to know the data from the block number 5,200 and so on. Go ahead, thanks.
So in the future, when people forget what a dollar is, they can have a different name?
So we plan to be something different. We want to be the internet currency. So we want a little bit, it has many advantages and a little bit of disadvantages, this name. So we want to get this kind of confidence that the technology will be used, and we want to get mass adopted by hundreds of millions of websites that do payments online. And we truly believe that in 20 years, nobody will ever use cash again. And everything will be using digital currencies, and we aim to get the first mass adoption of our WebDollar technology blockchain.
I was Googling webcoin.io for you.
Yes.
And it looked like it was available for a second. I was hitting buy, and then it went offline. I'm like, someone in this room got it. But I see this, it was reserved 2 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
We know that.
you know that.
Of course. Do you have any kind of other questions? We have a Telegram, and our GitHub is open source. And it's a, go ahead.
I wanted to ask about the regulatory aspect. Where are you registered, and do you need a money transmitter license to execute such transactions?
Yes, we are a decentralized open source project because we developed the technology, the WebDollar blockchain technology. We plan to launch the mainnet and the ICO, the tokens, Ethereum and Bitcoins will be used for future developments. So we try to don't get organized in a company. We try to be decentralized because Bitcoin was decentralized and this is how it worked. Also, Ethereum at the beginning was a decentralized community. We want to build an open source community and not necessarily a company. And for legislation, if you ask, we only, the WebDollar smart contract technology will be able to send web dollars each other. We don't send fiat currencies and so on. The currency exchanges must be regulated, but the technology cannot be regulated because it's a decentralized digital currency.
Any more questions?
You're doing an ICO, right?
After the mainnet, we will launch an ICO accepting only Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Okay, so this is an ICO pitch. What's the terms for us eager investors?
So we want to develop those three features after the official mainnet to launch the smart contracts, the anonymity, and to allow and to create a huge community, an ecosystem of websites that will accept WebDollars. This is what we want to deliver.
What are the conditions for investors?
So we plan to launch an open source technology. So this is why I said that we don't want to get confused and to get trapped in a company.
Okay.
So it's a digital currency that you will be able to buy and exchange even before the ICO. So at the ICO, it is not necessary. For example, when we launch the mainnet, you can integrate the WebDollar blockchain technology in your website. You can create your currency exchange. But from the Genesis block, we plan to sell.
Actually, we're out of time. A really quick answer here, and then we'll have to move on.
We will set that in the white paper. At the moment, we did not set that price because at the moment we focus on the technology itself, especially to meet the deadline of 31st December.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for your time, and really awesome job.